Hey guys, it's Will. It's Hong Kong Cinema Appreciation Society. Welcome back to the channel. It's good to see you again. If you're new here, thank you for finding me. I appreciate that very much. Thanks for spending this time with me. If you could subscribe, that would be a huge help. It really does help the channel. I know everyone says that. It's always true. That's why we always say it. You can give us a thumbs up or a comment or any of that fun stuff. What are we here to talk about today? The one and only, the most high, the ultimate, the unbelievably beloved. Everyone loves him. Everyone knows him. His name is John Woo. He's maybe the greatest action filmmaker of all time. He's one of the greatest Hong Kong filmmakers of all time. He's an absolute living legend. And guess what? He's making a new movie. The movie is called Silent Night. It's an American film. Joel Kinnaman is going to be in it, who is in Suicide Squad. And I know him more from TV. He's in Altered Carbon the first season, and he's in Hannah. And he was in Headhunters, the Swedish film, actually. It's a really, really good movie. You should go check that out if you haven't seen it. But he's like an action star and a big movie star. And so he's going to be in this John Woo film. And the thing that's really interesting about this John Woo film is that it will have no dialogue. This is really interesting to me because when I was thinking about it, I would argue that you could watch pretty much any John Woo film on mute with no subs, and you would basically get what's going on. Because even though the dialogue adds depth to character and it explores theme, and in a lot of movies, a lot of John Woo films, the dialogue really hits. He has really powerful dialogue, the way the characters express themselves emotionally. Like there's that scene in A Better Tomorrow 2 where Dean Sheck, rest in peace, the most legendary, we lost him recently. It's a huge shame. He passed away from cancer, I believe on Halloween of this year. And Chow Yun-fat are standing looking at the New York City skyline, and they're talking about going home and, that kind of, it's like John was a very emotional filmmaker, but I believe that he can articulate himself through images. He's a very visual storyteller, and even without that dialogue, you can get what his films are about. So it's really, really interesting to me that this film is going to have no dialogue at all. So like I said, it's called Silent Night, and there's not a ton of information out about it. Like the news just broke about it like in the middle of last week, I believe. A lot of people were sharing the articles from like Deadline and Variety and everywhere else in my Facebook group and, on Instagram and everything like that. So, and this is the first we've heard about a new John Woo film since they announced a couple years ago. They announced there was going to be an American version of The Killer that was actually going to be based on the original script for The Killer, which had to change drastically for the one that was actually made. And Lupita Nyong'o was going to be in it, who was in 12 Years a Slave and a bunch of other films. And then I think that project kind of fell apart. So this is the first kind of new thing we've heard about from John Woo since then. So it's very exciting. As I said, it is a film with no dialogue. It's an action thriller. It is called Silent Night, and it's starring Joel Kinnaman. And I don't even know when it's going to come out. But it's exciting news. So let me know in the comments what you think about this, what your favorite John Woo films are, whether you have high hopes or you're worried about this film, and all that other fun stuff. My name is Will. This is Hong Kong Cinema Appreciation Society. As always, I thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.